Be too early.
We're going in.
Well, I sure hope we're coming out.
Tie up the horses and keep your eye on that door and see that nobody interferes.
Come on, amigo.
Let's have a drink. You fellas have a drink?
Well, sure. Why not?
Chasers.
This liquor's bad, but it ain't that bad.
Now, fill 'em. I always have been careful about water. This is kind of special.
I've never heard of water being special. Now, if it was whiskey.
You ever been so thirsty you had to put a pebble in your mouth to keep your tongue from sticking to the roof of it?
I reckon I have.
You ever see a man that died from thirst?
Yeah, one. A prospector.
Spring water in here. Comes from a spring that's been a friend of man and beast for even longer than Indians can remember. Never known to be dry. Always clear and cool. The kind of water hole a man or animal could always depend on to save their lives. That is, they could until today.
That sounds like high-priced water.
It is. For you two men.
You expecting us to pay for this?
Sure. Go ahead and drink up. That water is from Bear Paw Spring.
Well, I reckon we won't be drinking any chasers.
I guess you'll drink those.
There's nobody can tell us what to do.
You'll either drink that water or go for your guns.
What's going on in here? Oh, it's you, Crockett. This is a private trial, Marshal, and it's over almost. Come on, get back here.
I'm waiting. But not much longer.
That was murder.
It's a mighty ugly word, murder. Let's just say that they paid for the deaths of 3 men.
You ain't no judge and jury.
They had a fair trial and convicted themselves. Get the horses, Cannonball.
You have any proof they've done anything, why didn't you bring it to me? I'm the law in this town, and punishing people is my job.
I know you're kind of justice, Marshal. It's stone blind if somebody clings a few gold pieces under your nose. I didn't think it was safe to have poisoners on the loose, so I tried this case myself.
All set, Dave.
I wouldn't crowd the doorway till we get around the corner.
I put the price on his head. And when he's brought in, I'll show him how I handle things. Brother Dave. Why your chuck wagon's back?
Did you watch your back trail?
Yes, sir, just as plain as a hound's fang. You know us Georgia boys, Dave, we never fall down. All them dead bun biddles are sure only to ride double whip. Good gracious.
We won't be needing much of them.
Well, why ain't we?
We're through hiding. We're going out.
Dave, I'm telling you, it ain't safe. Well, that dead bun Marshall's told so many lies that most folks think that you shot them 2 fellas for plain practice.
That's why we're going out.
Well, he's got the whole country pays for them signs. Every one of them said wanted dead or alive.
Cannonball, you and I have never been on the dodge before. Oh, we've been in trouble in a few places, but we've always fought within the law because we believe in it and we respect it. And nobody's going to take that away from me. And I won't let any man make me an outlaw.
Well, he's done it, and we'll want it for $1,000 worth, and I mean that's bad.
Did you find out anything about that man that got away on the black horse?
Only that he rode south and fast.
Well, we'd better find that gentleman and make him talk. We're riding tomorrow.
Sorry, Crockett. You're riding today. Careful now. Get rid of that gun belt. I'm Logan of the State Rangers. I'm taking you boys in now. Get your horse.
Well, I guess there's nothing much we can do.
Nothing except saddle up. There's...
It's your turn to be careful now, Logan.
Hold it, Crockett. Right where you are. I'm asking you to surrender peaceably. Don't do it, Dave. We got him covered.
Put that gun away, Cannonball. This is one outfit we can't fight. You win, Sergeant. I don't shoot United States soldiers.
Well, I'm glad of that.
I guess you want these.
Now, your word's good enough. Nice trailing, Logan. We gotta get started. You've got a long trip to make.
Long trip?
Yes, Washington, D.C. Washington? Good gracious, that sure is a long ways to go to get hung.
Mr. President?
Yeah?
Dave Crockett is here.
All right, all right. So you're that wise young Crockett.
Just Dave Crockett, if you don't mind, General.
Yes, Mr. President, if you don't mind, Dave. We had quite a time locating you. This is Grandpa Matthews. Colonel Grandpa Matthews.
Glad to know you, Colonel.
Thanks. Colonel and some friends own that trail herd you met outside of Luther.
Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't wait to see you that day, Colonel, but there was some trouble in town, and
I heard about it. Ulysses knows, too. I've looked into that waterhole episode pretty thoroughly. I think this is the simplest way to handle it now.
This is a pardon.
Complete. And signed by the governor of the territory. We're sorry you couldn't make it a medal.
Well, thank you, Jack. Mr. President.
There are no strings attached to that. But it isn't the real reason I had you sent for. You know anything about the Yucca Valley Strip?
Only that it was a surveyor's mistake.
Mm-hmm. A strip of land between the state and the territory not belonging to either one. Worse than that, technically, it doesn't even belong to the United States. Why, it's a sort of... It's a goddamn crime, that's what it is. Me and Mrs. fought to keep this union in one chunk. I got a Vicksburg mini ball in my hip to prove it. But right now I'm living on a slab of ground that ain't even in my own country. Me and my neighbors ain't even citizens of the United States. We've been wanting to come in for some time. Now, I've been here to Washington before. And this time, Ulysses says that we'll vote to come in, they'll take us.
That seems simple enough.
It ain't as simple as it sounds to hold this here, this has got a funny name for it. Plebiscite. Yeah, it's it's an election. You see, out there in the strip, we got a king. His name is King Canfield. And I mean, he's just that.
Yes, I've heard of him.
I ain't heard the half of it. He's got an army of his own. The toughest bunch of gunmen in the country. Why, he don't answer to no law, state or national. When he sees something he wants, he just goes and takes it. Calls it a tax. But it ain't. Just a downright hold-up with a rifle bullet in the back for anybody that objects. Maybe there has been some good kings, but he ain't that kind. And he won't let no election scare him out of it without a fight.
He probably won't.
I moved most of our cattle out of the strip, and I sold what was left, so that me and my neighbors could fight that Canfield. I'm taking the gold back to him. But there's something else we got to have. There's enough of us there to put this over, but we got to get organized. We can't do that whispering at back doors and over fences. And so far, that's all we've been allowed to do. Canfield and his killers has got them people scared as quail scattered in the thicket. They're afraid to bunch up. What we need is a leader with a reputation. And I come to Ulysses here because I wanted to clear you of that killing. He's my friend. And he used to be a fair sort of fighter himself. He figured that you could throw more lead, quicker and straighter than any man in this country. And that was the kind of a reputation that both sides down there would understand. I have the Army bring you in because I need somebody to go into the Yucca Valley Strip as unofficial representative of the government. Your father left you a great heritage and a fine name. Maybe I'm taking advantage of those facts. I don't think it's going to be any picnic. You're apt to land in a pine box any minute you cross the strip line.
It's mighty fair of you to warn me.
Crockett, you've already drawn cards in this game. If I'm any judge of men, you're the sort who likes to play his hand out. Now, if you should decide to try and help these people in your country, remember, I said unofficial representative. All I can give is my best wishes. No authority, no rank. You'll be on your own.
Your best wishes, General, will be more than enough.
Yippee! Bring on your Cleveland! By golly, we're going to vote! Here she comes.
That's her, Jack.
Hello, Colonel. How are you? How's Washington?
Too darn hot. Doris. Glad to be home. This is Dave Crockett, my granddaughter, Doris. Dave's the surprise I wrote you about. He's taking toothpaste.
How do you do?
I've been learning a lot about you from your friends.
What do you say there, Dave? Good gracious, I didn't hardly recognize you. Miss Doris, can you imagine that? He went to Washington to get hung and comes back with a brand new suit. Wait a minute, Hank. No. Better let me have my shipment now and take the send it into town. Might be safer if we take it. Them Canfield's men.
Never mind unloading that. We'll take charge of it.
This is express company business.
It's going into the strip, and King Canfield wants to look it over. I let you out.
There's something in there consigned to me.
Fine. That's what he's looking for. You smuggled cattle out of the strip without paying your grazing tax. If there's any gold left after a fine's subtracted, we'll send it to you.
You can't get away with this, man.
No.
I'll...
That was smart, stranger. You're dressed for either preaching or gambling. Whatever your game is, see King Canfield before you open it up.
Now you can see the kind of law we got out here.
I'm beginning to find out.
Losing that money is going to be mighty hard on us ranchers. It meant a lot.
I wouldn't worry too much about your money. It's safe enough.
Safe on its way to Canfield.
But they took the strong box. And you put the gold bags in it. I seen you.
Yes, you did see me put some bags in it. But they were full of these.
Washers.
You'll find your money in my saddlebags at the end of the hip track. Get the horses, Cannonball.
If I ain't got heart trouble, you just give it to me.
Where can I find this fellow Canfield?
Hotel, Yucca City.
I think I'll go have a talk with him before I come to your place.
Oh, Dave, the whole committee's waiting there at the range.
We'll be right along.
But you might not be. Canfield's going to be in a mighty bad mood when he gets them washers. No, I wouldn't do it. It ain't safe.
Maybe Mr. Crockett would like to invite him to the meeting.
That might be a good idea.
She is.
Any trouble?
Just chin music.
Key?
Didn't get it. Colonel Jared K. Matthews, 3 sacks. Ah, the old fool.
Oh, no, Ringe. You're the fool. I'd like to locate King Canfield.
Top of the stairs.
You wait here.
Dave, you hadn't ought to go.
Wait.
You boys like to hear a little music?
No.
I'll get the boys and go after him.
Never mind. Yeah?
Oh, it's you. Come back later. The king got other business.
Maybe it's that other business I want to see him about. You Canfield?
I'm King Canfield. What do you want?
Oh, nothing much. I just didn't want to hold out on you.
Why, you... Wait a minute. Let him speak.
I'm Dave Crockett, taking Joe Davis's place with the Matthews outfit.
I've heard of you. Happen to know what became of Davis?
He's buried in Lothar.
A lot of young men buried up there. And down here.
2 other fellows died with him.
Yes, 2 other fellows buried with him. 2 have been paid for. And I'm still looking for the 3rd man.
Know who he is?
Tall fellow. Black hair, brown eyes, small mustache. From the description I've got, he could be you.
You've got a count of 3 to take that back. 1.
A man should be careful trying on boots. They might fit.
2.
Did you ever ride a black horse ranch?
Maybe somebody got shot up there.
You can't tell. Maybe somebody did.
I shot at your gun that time. If I'm ever sure you're the right man, we'll try it again.
If you didn't have the drop on me right now, I'd pound your face back level with your ears.
You mind taking care of these for a few minutes?
Your wolf, Jack. You turned him loose.
Nice guns. I never carry any myself. Yes, they come in handy sometimes.
How'd you know I wouldn't shoot you?
I didn't.
You've got nerve, Crockett, and brains, but understand one thing. I'm King Canfield, and nobody, not even you, can buck me here. This is my country. I rule it, and I always will.
Always is a long time.
Meaning,
Supposing the people of this strip voted to go into the United States.
they can't.
Why not?
Because I won't let them.
Won't let them vote?
Won't let them go in.
The ranchers are having a meeting today.
I know. Matthews and his rabble.
There was another king once who called the people rabble. He taxed them and oppressed them and didn't let them think they could do anything about it.
Where is this meeting? Matthews Ranch? Are you going that way?
Yes.
I'll ride along with you.
Thought maybe you didn't want anybody butting in.
He's with me.
Turn him loose. We're going for a little ride.
You want company, King?
No, I've got company. Come on, Crockett. We'll be late for the meeting.
Got some of our cattle through the Loth there, and we dropped the gold back here to you. From what I've already told you, you know it wasn't easy. And you know we can thank just one man for us having any of it. For a long time now, we all been a-hoping and a-praying for just one thing. To make this strip part of the United States. So that we could have a government here and some laws. So that we could stop paying tribute to a king who climbed on his throne over dead men and through gunsmoke. Well, we ain't had much encouragement. Till I went to Washington this time. Now they'll take us in.
They will?
Oh, it's going to mean a fight. But we're going to have help. Real help.
Colonel, you mean the army's coming here?
No, that's it. I mean a one-man army. The fella that saved our gold and our cattle, young Dave Crockett.
Ain't he that gunfighter from up around Kansas?
That's right. But he's a whole lot more than just a gunfighter. He's named for a great American who died at the Alamo.
What can one man do? I've heard of this one, sir. If just a portion of the tales of him are true, he'll be about what we require. If he's going to help us, where is he?
They're fighting in the yard now, and I don't like his company.
Who's with him?
King Canfield.
Canfield? What's he doing here?
That's funny.
Hide your gold. This may be some kind of a trick. Maybe he took the king prisoner already.
No, they're a little too friendly for that.
Maybe you know what you're doing, Dave, but this is a move I don't like. Friends, I want to introduce the man who's coming here to help us, young Dave Crockett.
Looks like a preacher.
I don't trust anybody that's with Canfield.
I'm glad to know you folks. This is my partner, Cannonball, and I'm sure you all know Mr. Canfield.
We sure do. What's he doing at our meeting, sir? I say throw him out.
Now, just a minute, folks. I feel that every person in this section should have the right to sit at this meeting if he's interested. And I know that Mr. Canfield will be interested. Colonel Matthews, is the meeting in session?
No, Dave, but she darn soon will be. Get your chairs, everybody, right now. Come on, Doris.
Same room.
Certainly. I hereby declare this meeting of the Ranchers Committee of Yucca Valley open and in session right now. Doris, keep the record. First, I want Dave Crockett to read you a letter he's carrying.
The White House, Washington, D.C. People of Yucca Valley. Fellow countrymen, through an unfortunate error, the land on which you now reside is excluded from our nation. It is not the wish of this United States government to have any people within its boundaries and yet not a patriotic part of our nation. Such a situation as yours, however, can be remedied by only one procedure: a public vote in which the majority of your citizens express their desire to join this union. If such a fortunate event can be achieved, I pledge my solemn word of honor that you will be accepted and warmly welcomed within the folds of our flag, which is your sacred birthright. Ulysses S. Grant, the President of the United States.
You all know this means a fight. Now, most of us here have already done some fighting about this union. Some to split it up, some to keep it together. Well, that's over. Now, there ain't no North and there ain't no South. There's just one nation, one country, yours and mine, and we've all got a God-given right to live under its protection. And I say to you, we're worse than cowards if we don't hold that election 1 month from today. And by the great Jehoshaphat, we're less than men if we don't win it. I put that in the form of a motion.
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no.
No.
Motion is carried unanimous.
Colonel Matthews, I believe I heard one dissenting vote. And since there is only one, perhaps Mr. Canfield would like to explain his objections.
I would. I've got just one objection to your plan. It's a waste of time. You can't win. But go ahead and vote. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe you need that kind of a licking to show you once and for all that I'm King Canfield. This is my country. I rule it, and I'll rule you, all of you, just as long as you stay here. Now go on. Get all worked up. Wave all the flags you want to, but when it's all over, you'll come crawling to the boss of this strip. And you'll find him on the second floor of the Yucca City Hotel, right behind my desk.
This man killed our men. He poisoned our cattle. Now he comes here and tells us that he's going to go right on doing it. Well, there's one sure way to stop him. He's right here now. And there ain't no army of paid killers to protect him. You stand with us or with him?
I stand with justice.
A rope's the only justice for Canfield.
This man came in here with me unarmed. He's going out safely or I'm going down fighting with him.
You heard what he said.
Yes, I heard him. But murder won't help you.
Dave's right, Gordon. We want to win an election, not a war.
We'll never have another chance like this.
We're going out now. And I hope that nobody tries to stop us.
Thanks, Crockett.
Never mind the thanks. You probably deserve what they wanted to give you.
You believe in speaking your mind.
Yes,
Well, why did you stop them?
for their own protection. With you out of the way, Range and the rest of your killers might run wild.
You're right about that. I didn't think they'd have nerve enough to start anything.
Several kings underrated people seeking liberty. It's always been a mistake.
Maybe. You made two pretty bad mistakes yourself today. The first was shooting at Range's gun.
What was the second?
Getting me out of there before they hung me.
I'll try not to make a third. We both know this is a finished fight. We're on opposite sides of the fence. And I never like to shake hands across a fence.
All right, Crockett, we'll play it that way. To a finish. No, that election's got to go through, but we're going to make sure we win it.
How?
They're doing a lot of talking. All right, we'll do some.
Talking won't do no good.
All right, kind will. You and the boys find out who they see, and after they make their spiel, tell these people just how many unfortunate things might happen to their homes and families if they forget themselves and vote wrong. But be sure and make your talk after Matthews and his crowd make theirs.
Clint, this ain't just any election. It means our chance to be a free people.
Colonel, I'm all for it. Yeah, but I know Canfield. I ain't ashamed to say that I'm afraid of what he might do.
But you wasn't afraid of bayonets when you was in my regiment.
No. I didn't have a wife and a baby then. But I'll vote your way.
My people, in the past, you have all known much poverty and suffering. Here now with this Canfield, it is little better. But if you will vote yes, as I have told you, then we will all have that liberty we have come to find. Vaya con Dios, amigo. Fine team you got there, Clint.
Yeah, raised him myself.
How do you feel about this voting that's coming up?
I ain't decided.
Well, when you do, figure it's going to be a long, hard winter. Man with a wife and baby might have a hard time getting through it. He lost his stock and most of his feed. Think it over. Sammy. Figuring on voting Tuesday?
Reckon it will.
I'd be careful if I was you. The king's talking about sending wanted men across the line to the nearest sheriff. Now, a fella that stole a real good horse might be rounded up. Well, I said might be. He'll let you know Wednesday.
Howdy, Cannonball.
Well, sure. A politician's a man who shakes hands with you, and then you go count your fingers.
What have you been up to?
You know them Indians back up the creek a ways?
Uh-huh.
Well, I trade old Indian chief one of my broken down mouth organs for all their votes. 25 of them.
Cannonball, I expect you better go count your fingers.
Well, how come?
The chief is a politician.
He is.
Indians can't vote, even here.
Why, that thieving redskin. Huh. Man, they sure look dogged out.
It's been a hard month for them. 2 days left, Colonel. How does it look?
Well, the Hill Ranch district's about even. South Forks is ours. He's got Canfield Mesa. Yucca City will decide it.
I'll answer for my people, sir. And Lopez says most of his Spanish crowd want to vote yes, but he isn't sure.
Yeah, that's just it. There's enough folks wanting to go in to put it over easy. Canfield's been busy. A lot of them are scared bad. Any ideas, Dave?
We've got to bolster up their courage. Make a display to prove our own confidence.
We got just 1 day left before voting. How about a raid on Yucca City tomorrow? That'll prove we got nerve.
Gordon, that might do it.
Well, I'm glad to hear you talk in action for a change instead of just talking. Let's clean our guns. We go visiting tomorrow.
Wait a minute. We're making a raid on Yucca City with a speech. And not tomorrow, but on election morning.
You think Canfield's going to let us talk against him in his own town on election day?
We've got to do something now.
Well, I ain't afraid to go in there and talk tomorrow. And if they want to fight, all right, we'll give it to them.
A big fight is just what Canfield does want. We'll get beat and run out of town. And Tuesday, there won't be 100 people with enough nerve left to vote yes.
I reckon you got some right smart plans.
I figure the only way to lick Canfield is make him beat himself. He's got just one weakness. And we'll use that on election morning.
Well, we got a weakness, too. And I figure it's a fella that was sent in here to help us.
You better think up a good speech, Colonel. I'll see that you got to make it in Yucca City on Tuesday.
You might get permission for us from your friend Canfield if you ask him real nice.
I might. I'll put the team away.
Crockett, I aim to have a showdown with you right now.
What's on your mind?
So far, you've been running this show and giving the orders. But that's over, and you're through.
So?
Yeah. We're in this to protect our homes, and we're willing to fight, but you won't let us. So that makes you just one of two things. You're a coward, or you're in with Canfield, and you're double-crossing us. That makes you a low-down traitor.
Gordon, I don't like either one of those words. Take off that gun belt.
Are you hurt, Jesse?
I'll be all right. Too much for me, I guess.
Mr. Crockett, we all know where Jesse Gordon stands, but there's been some doubts about you.
I realize that.
President Grant and me was depending on you to help fight an intolerable situation. The same kind of thing that your dad done down in Texas. Feels like we was wronged in our men. You seem to be fighting against it. Maybe we'll do better alone.
All right, Colonel. I'll step out.
Looks like we're quitting by request. And boy, I can sure say I ain't sorry.
There's so much at stake, I can't blame them for feeling the way they do.
Yeah, but we are quitting.
I'm quitting the ranch, but not the fight. You're staying on to find out what they plan. I'll meet you right here tonight.
Oh, good gracious, Dave.
That white man cheat Indian. That white man die and lose scalp.
Honest, Chief, I didn't know that mouthful was busted. I'll give you this brand new one here. You don't want my scalp anyway, Chief, 'cause I got dandruff. Good night. You know my grandpap died with a weak heart. He got a doggone mini ball stuck in it at the Battle of Chickamauga.
What'd you find out?
I found out plenty. They're going to do it.
What?
Oh, that crazy Gordon's going on the warpath now. And he's got Grandpap all head up to start something.
Start what?
Well, you know when you bowed out, Gordon took over, and now they want me to go with him.
Go where?
I was going to tell you. Good gracious, I don't want to go. Man alive, I can think of more ways of getting my earthly envelope punctured full of holes without going over there.
Cannonball. Going where and when?
Going downtown tomorrow and make a speech.
I was afraid of something like that.
I was scared myself, didn't I tell you? They want me to go with them and take my cell phone.
Yes, you told me. I don't like this.
Well, I don't like it neither.
It means wasting our best card too soon. Canfield's one weakness.
Weakness? He ain't afraid of nothing.
That's his weakness.
Where's King? He's upstairs. Just got back from the Mesa.
Oh, he had to see a fellow about a boat. South Fork all set?
It's all set.
Think we'll have to leave town after tomorrow, Jack?
We won't, but I can name some folks that will.
Place something on that thing. Get their attention.
Looks like Grandpa Matthew's trying to drum up some votes.
That's foolish. Look at the range of that bunch. They were massacred.
Maybe, but it sure proves they got nerve.
We'll see what it gets them.
Looks like there might be some trouble out there. Expect there will. That was a fool play for Matthews tonight. I reckon it was. Why aren't you down there? See better from up here.
Stay here and keep me covered. Watch Gordon. If I go to draw, you get him first. What are you aiming to do here?
Just give a little election talk.
It'll be very little. Get out of town now.
We're waiting for somebody to make us.
We figure we can do that, too.
I reckon we'll stay.
You'll hightail it with that wagon, or we'll build a bonfire out of it.
Now listen, mister, don't start any fires you can't put out.
It's a shame to see all those folks killed. Teach them a lesson. Dying generally does. Well, they asked for it. You'll lose some men, too. I got plenty of men. I thought you had plenty of nerve. You say I haven't? I'm saying you're afraid to let the folks hear what the colonel has to say.
Afraid?
That's what I said.
All right, Colonel. Start your talk.
Neighbors? Wait a minute, Reg. Let old Matthews spout. You don't know what he's aiming to say.
I don't care what he says. Talk never hurt anybody. Let him alone.
Can't feel saving that time. Go on, Matthews. Make your spiel.
Well, Doris, I guess that proves we were right about Crockett. Go ahead, Colonel.
At Gettysburg, Abe Lincoln said that this nation was conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men were created free and equal. Now, most of you got homes here and families. Do you want your young ones to grow up under a king in a free land? Do you want them to take their laws from the guns of hired killers? Well, this ain't just an election, folks. It's a declaration of independence. And I believe as Patrick Henry did when he said, "Give me liberty or give me death."
Letting him speak was your second bad mistake, Canfield.
What was my first?
Calling yourself king.
I'll try not to make a third.
Sign your name across the top and mark your vote on the ballot.
I'm surprised at Henry. We counted on him.
There's something wrong.
Canfield. Folks are still scared.
Hello, Sam. Hello, Speed. You fellas voted yet?
Not yet.
Guns or no guns, no matter what happens to me, I'm voting. And I'm voting yes.
Sign your name across the top and mark your vote on the ballot.
That's one vote that won't go their way. King's signature. Clint took a chance. So this is where they get their first lesson. Come on, Heavy. Clint, you ain't paid your road tax for 3 months. You'll have to hold your team and wagon till you take care of it.
Wait, you can't do that.
Well, you just think we can't.
What are you doing that?
All right, Heavy, take them away. Some folks always have to learn things the hard way. That horse, where would it go? Kilroy section's route completion. Right. Lopez has arrived with a Canfield maize of oat, miss.
Yes, I know.
That'll probably give them the advantage for the time.
him go out and get here with the South Fork boat.
I sure wish Dave was with him.
Perhaps he is. That's why I'm worried.
Well, we're out in front now. South Fork ought to make it pretty close.
It oughta, but it won't. I'm afraid some of them boats is going to be delayed.
It's like a rock slide, Gordon. I think we can't get through. Get his gun. Turn this wagon over and make it look like a runaway. We'll get this ballot box. We'll take part of these boats into town. That's the right part.
And I think we'd better take all those boats into town. Get aboard your horse. I'll take that extra bay. Down there and drift. Come on. I've been trailing them. Figured they might try and stop those boats. Sorry I couldn't get here quicker.
No time for apologies now. I sure owe you a right handsome one.
Now forget about the apologies. How's your leg?
It'll keep. I can still ride. Give me that horse. We gotta move. Yeah, it's a funny thing we haven't seen anything of Crockett. King was kind of anxious about him.
Unless my eyes are bad, he can quit worrying right now. Here are the South Fork boats. Better take him in and count them. Somebody better get him to a doctor.
What happened?
We ran into a little trouble.
Trouble? He fought a whole war.
Oh, yeah, Dave all wrong to us about being on our side.
He's just a slow starter, that's all. Come on, Zeke, get me inside. I want to vote before I see that sawbones.
I'm sorry. Will you forgive me?
How do we stand?
We may have a chance now.
Fine. Hey, Crockett. Been wondering about you. Where's Renge? He stayed at the wagon. Coming in later? Nothing less dead men walk. You still can't win. We've got a few minutes left. So have I. I wanted to beat them at their own game with boats. If I can't win that way, we'll try something else. Get horses. Collect all the men you can and wait by the greenery where you can see my window. I'll watch that count. If it goes against us, I'll wave my hat. And when I do, take that Wells Fargo office apart and make a bonfire out of the pieces.
Canfield's sending his men away. I can't believe he's giving up.
I know he isn't. Cannonball, track that bunch and see if you can find out anything. I'll meet you on the hotel porch.
And I'll see if South Fork put us ahead. Sweden knows others haven't voted. We've got to have 7 more votes. Here. Sammy, Swede, you boys haven't voted.
Maybe we don't vote.
Oh, but you must vote. You have a chance now to go in there and set us free. To be free yourselves. Don't you understand?
Yeah, sure. Dead man is free, all right.
Don't light them torches yet. Wait till we get the King's signal from the window. He's going to wave his hat.
Crockett's on that porch.
Yeah. But he can't shoot because we'll be right between him and his crowd when we hit the Wells Fargo office. Somebody on that roof.
Oh, you've got the jitters.
Four minutes. 4.5.
My grandfather has a gift for all of us from President